welcome, welcome. It is time to start our sweet potato slips. Now, I have bought sweet potato slips before. Problem is, in our area, they arrive way too early. I have to keep them in water. And I lose a lot of them waiting to plant them. Now, I know you can start these in a glass of water and with a toothpick stick them in the end. I did that the first time I grew sweet potatoes. I know some people also start them in a little bit of dirt just sitting in the top, and that works, and they'll pick the sprouts off the side, then put them in water and let them root. But I have found that you can just bury them in potting soil about 3 inches deep and just let them grow till they come out the top, and then you can dig them back up, pop them off. They already got roots on them. If you want to, you can keep them in water in a dark container so they just keep growing longer. And I get big sweet potatoes when I grow them that way because I like to let the stems of them really long before I plant them, and then I plant them horizontal. I bury as much of the stem as possible because the plant will produce potatoes all along that stem. So the more you have to bury, the more taters you get. And this year I'm going to be planting them in 100% compost in one of the pallet planters we built earlier after the Irish potatoes come out. And now I've planted sweet potatoes in a mix of topsoil with 5% compost, and the year I did that I managed to grow a sweet potato. It was about the size of a 2-liter soda bottle. Got a picture of it somewhere. I'll include in the video if I can find it. This year I'm going to see if I can grow a sweet potato the size of a 3-liter soda bottle, about that big around, out of these slips I'm starting here. Now this is going to produce way more slips than I'm going to need, but doing this with store-bought potatoes, you never know how many you'll get. And it's better to have a few too many than not enough. Planted them in the planters this year. Last time I planted out in the field, I planted 400 row feet of sweet potatoes, and the deer ate just about all of them. I got a smaller harvest than I got from planting in a small 4x4 bed. I have no way of keeping the deer out of the field, but I can keep them out of them planters. I can put a cage over the sweet potatoes once they're planted, and shouldn't have any trouble with the deer. I also have a lot less weed pressure. So let me get started showing you how I'm going to do this. Now I would be using my own compost, but it's not quite ready yet, and we're expecting rain just about all this week coming. So I had to go out and buy a bag of potting mix. For this, it doesn't really matter much. I could have gone down to the sawmill and grabbed some sawdust and got some sand out of my big old bag of sand I got and done that. But just for starting these, it doesn't have to be anything nutritious. It could be perlite, vermiculites, just straight up sand if you want to. Because we're not trying to actually grow them in here, and the slips are actually going to get their energy from the tubers themselves. So this is just something to put them in. I'm going to fill this up about halfway. So probably about a 14-inch deep container. You could probably do this in a 5-gallon bucket. I actually drilled holes in the bottom of this for drainage because it didn't have any. This will do just fine. One of the other things about sproutlings is they will sprout much faster in the dark, and so covering them up with soil will actually make me get slips much sooner. I'm just going to arrange these in here. I don't want them touched, but they don't have to be super far apart. I'll get another one there. Don't want them touched because you want to leave room for the slips to come out just when they sprout. Just going to lay them in sideways, just like that. You can see that. That's all there is to it. I'll just keep these watered. I'll put them outside with my lemons and pineapples and other fruit trees that I bring in the winter. Well, I make sure I keep an eye on, keep them watered. And in June, right after I harvest the Irish potatoes, I'll go ahead and pull the slips off of these, put them right in that planter right after the potatoes. And they'll should be good and ready to harvest around September. I like those planters. They're working out pretty good as far as set it and forget it. I don't really have a lot of weed pressure in them. When we do find weeds, we just pull them out with fingers. Another thing about buying sweet potato slips, I'm probably going to get about $100 worth of sweet potato slips out of this little container. Even buying this bag of cotton soil at $8, even if I had to buy the pot in, I did buy the sweet potatoes. I ain't gonna be in it about $15. Really can't beat that price. I think I spent about $150 on the sweet potato slips when I planted that 400 row wood. Can't be successful at everything, but as long as we learn from the mistakes, that's what counts. I'm expecting I'm going to have a good glut of sweet potatoes this year. Oddly enough, I don't eat them that often. Probably should eat them more often than I do. But I'll have them for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'll candy some sweet potatoes up, which is my favorite. I'd rather have regular French fries, sweet potato fries. But they should make for some good sweet potato pie too. Well, that's all there is to it. I'll give you an update once they've sprouted up through the soil.